We have this producers tell us once again who we have to join us. Colonel Hunt with us, who is going to help us with a little bit more information. Colonel, are you there?
Hi. Yeah, how you doing?
Hi. Tell us exactly what you know.
What I'm getting is there's some interest. There has been some rocket attacks in Afghanistan reported. Everyone, we're denying it. That's of some interest. I don't think we get enough information to say we're targeting Afghanistan.
Colonel, I think well, the White House, actually the Pentagon has come out pretty quickly saying that they have nothing to do with it. What people may not be aware of is that there is a terrible civil war going on in that country.
Yeah, right.
There were explosions even yesterday that were utterly unrelated, and so at this point it's being assumed that those explosions have something to do with the Civil War and not any sort of United States response.
I guess, Mike, from what I know is that maybe of some interest, I've actually run about 9 hijacking training exercises at about 10 major airports over the last 15 years, and I've actually did one in Boston. And it's already been noted more than once here that the GAO reported and the FAA has reported, and it's unfortunate, tragic, devastating that it's going to take these numbers of deaths that'll finally come out to possibly get us excited about doing the right stuff at our airports. Once we figure out who did this, everyone seems to want to pick on bin Laden. I think it's an easy target. I'm not so sure yet that it is. We still got to answer the question of who's supporting these people. I don't think it's enough to take out an organization. You have to do the country and the people. There's no question, Saudi Arabia's involved. Clearly Afghanistan's involved. But we've got state-sponsored terrorism. This was such a well-planned deal. I would find it difficult to believe that this was done by just a terrorist organization. This takes inside information. This takes a lot of planning and pinpoint execution.
Colonel David Hunt, let me ask you, if it is state-sponsored terrorism, I mean, not even sponsored, state-involved or state-countenanced or state-aware terrorism, is what you heard the president saying tonight, that we would make no distinction between those who carried out these deeds and those who harbored them, does that mean we rain bombs down on some countries?
Look, I have heard, take anything in the recent 20 years, from the tragedy in Beirut with the Marines and Army guys who were killed, to the most recent tragedies with the coal, in Saudi Arabia with Tobal Towers. We've heard our leadership, public officials, make those same comments. My problem, John, is we've got nothing happening. I mean, the most recent time I was on with you, we had the Chinese take some of our guys for a few days, and now we're paying the Chinese some money for
but you would admit, even in this discussion, that there is a hugely quantitative difference between the couple hundred, 200-300 Marines killed in Beirut, the few hundred killed at the Khobar Towers, the 168 killed at Oklahoma City, and what is likely to be 10 to 20,000 dead at the World Trade Center. Is that what it is? Just numbers?
John,
if you get into the thousands, we go to war?
I guess my point, Augusta, is have we had enough? I mean, are we mad enough now to do what we need to do and unleash the dogs of war? Yeah, the tragedy is that, I mean, one person gets killed overseas, 20 get killed overseas, it's over there. And it had to come to this level of devastation.
All right.
Although, yet, I'm not convinced, as we're speaking now, what we're really willing to do.
All right, let me put it there. Let me make it practical for a moment.
Sure.
You have run these hijacking exercises. Yep. We now have reports from numerous cell calls made to relatives aboard these planes as they were going in, that the hijackers had taken over the planes with knives. Not with guns, not with bombs, with knives. Maybe plastic knives, maybe knives that couldn't be detected in the middle of the day. Something as simple as a knife. Get up, stab the stewardess, take over the cabin, cut the throat of the pilot, fly the plane into the tower. Why don't we have armed sky marshals on our planes?
Oh, you're right. You can remember when we had them.
I do remember when we had them.
I remember.
I don't know why they went away.
One, it made everyone nervous. 2, we lost the money. 3, it got...
Wait a minute, you mean the airlines lost 3 seats of revenue
No. It cost, the Sky Marshal program was actually people that were hired as U.S. Marshals. Some of them were, when they first did it, they were active duty Special Forces guys. The program ran out of money. Nothing happened. We've got people with active guns on the plane. It made a lot of people nervous. You're absolutely right. If in fact the reports are that at least one of these planes was taken over with knives, clearly Sky Marshals would have been great to have.
I mean, that would at least assure you that even if somebody got on board with a gun, that there was a fairly even match. I mean, you know, passengers, you're right, get nervous about it. A gunfight on board a plane at 33,000 feet is an inherently dangerous situation. But it might be a better result than what we saw today.
I think you're absolutely right. That's certainly one airplane. I find it difficult to believe, though, that the other all these three planes, there weren't some weapons involved. But the terrible fact is that our airports are civs. It costs billions of dollars to secure them. All of the facilities, the fencing around all these airports, with the exercise we've done more than one in which you just throw the weapon over the fence and go get it. We get into a mechanic's outfit, put a fake badge over, and walk any place in the airport you want to. Here's the problem with this, John. I think we have to look out. We got to take care of business on who did this. One of my concerns is that we're gonna start losing a lot more civil liberties than we really need to think about. I don't mind us being inconvenienced. I think we need to be more inconvenienced, like the El Al and like the Rome Airport is. But I think we ought to be real careful about putting the 82nd Airborne Division on the streets of New York City.
Colonel Hunt?
Yes, ma'am.
If you would, I'm sorry to interrupt, if you would just stay with us for a moment, we need to bring in another voice here. Congressman Chris Cox of